okay. That's okay. Who was that? Okay, am I muted?
Go for it.
All right, go for it. Welcome, welcome. I just used my clarity. So I got my brain going. I got my clarity here in my diffuser. Rosemary, nasal inhaler. Everybody know what rosemary is good for? Somebody unmute and say, yeah.
Growing hair.
Rosemary, memory. So I'm going to try to remember who y'all are. No, not really. Okay. Hey, Vaughn, I'm glad that you were able to come, sweetheart. I know this is a hard time for you. I've been thinking about you and Marlene. Okay, somebody's in charge of that. I don't even have to be in charge. Okay, what a huge group. I'm really excited. I'm going to get a couple more sniffs and we're going to go. Let me tell you what we're going to. This is, you know what, I'm validating upfront anything that might happen by saying this. Oh, this is my first time to be the one in charge of the Zoom. Although I've given most of the responsibility already to Tina, but I still feel like I'm in charge. I now have a Zoom account. In the past, I've just gone on other people's Zooms and just zoomed in there and did it and zoomed out. But this is my Zoom account, and I'm going to be using this every Monday at 7 p.m. I guess as long as we're quarantined and I can't get out and do it in person. But let me tell you, if you've not been to any classes I've done, let me go ahead and tell you, I try very hard to make things simple to learn and not very sophisticated, because if I get too sophisticated, I'll get confused. So I try to keep it simple. I try to keep it kind of pinpointed. And I think that I like for the learning to be fun. Okay. Number one, it's difficult, or statistically it has been said it's impossible to hold an adult's attention for over 20 minutes. So as I look here, I see some adults. All right, I don't know how to go down with this. I want to see some more pictures. Is there any way I can do that? I don't know.
The button on the right, Grandma. It says
What
one.
button?
It should say 1 out of 3. There's a blue arrow if it's full screen.
Full screen? Oh, there's a blue arrow. Oh yeah. Oh God, here again, my granddaughter. Oh, it's a whole new group of people. Great. Michelle Holder. Jamie. Sarah. Oh, I'm so excited. There's the bride, Anita. And the groom, Mike. There's Megan. Oh, this is just, I am absolutely in love with this. I'm telling you, I'm Zooming forever. This is so good. Good. Okay. Now, as I was saying, one of the things that I try, hey D, close, say hi to me. One of the things that I try to do, if you've been in the class of mine before, is I try to make things interesting. I don't know where I am. I've lost me. I better be looking at my own face. I try to make things interesting and fun. And I believe that the best way for adults to remember is to have some associations. And so, as any of you know that have been in a class of mine before, I will do some associations. This topic is a little, it's very interesting, but it also can get really technical and overwhelming, and it can get deep and serious and scientific and molecular. It's not going to be any of that. Aren't you happy? It's not going to be any of that. But I'm going to give you some bullets, and I've got a little screen right here that's got some little notes on here for me. So if you have been to a class of mine before, you will also know that I can get off chasing some rabbits and forget where I was and have to kind of be pulled back into the conversation. So I'm going to try to stay on track and not chase many rabbits. And if all of you are like me, you've been in the house way too long. Today is 4 weeks for Unla, short of running to the grocery store and running out, going to the drive-through at the bank, and just in the car kinds of things to like go places that Carrie needed to go or whatever. But I am in the house 4 weeks today. That being said, we have a glass front door, and I have a new appreciation for my dog Murph and why he barks at people that go down the street, because I find myself watching people going down the street and giving them this through the glass door. I also understand why he gets so excited when he gets to go for a ride. So do I. So do I. I'm jumping in the car too when Carrie says, I'm just going to run right down here. Do you want to ride? I'm like, yeah. So this is helping me realize a lot of new things. I'll be glad when we can all get out. It'll be good. It'll be good. But while we're in, let's be productive. Let's be productive people. This is not, and I had a couple of people contact me today, this is not a perspective kind of meeting. So I am assuming that all 70 people in this class are members. Am I assuming right, or am I just doing exactly what assuming does? Oh, hey, Carrie. There's my husband in the bottom corner. You know, you're really having a hard time getting people to a class when you ask your husband, would you like to come to, well, you want to go to the Zoom class? And he's like, well, I will if you want me to. It's pitiful, pitiful. I can't hear you, baby. Then just mouth all you want to. That's wonderful. I'm gonna shut him up. Okay, are there any prospects here? And if so, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you up front. I'm talking to people that I know, okay? I'm talking to members. I'm talking to people who have used oils, that are using oils, that I believe are some of the smartest people in the world. Period. If you're using oils, you're smart. You're smart. Because 99% of the people in the world aren't using them. And so we've got a leg up on a whole lot of people, and I want you to feel good about that tonight. Let me give you the bullet points for tonight so you can, if you want to write them down, you can. You don't have to. You don't have to write anything down. Sit back, get your Zing, get your Ninja, whatever your drink is, and just listen. But the bullet points tonight are this. Number one, what is the immune system? Number two, what does it do? Number three, where is it? Number four, why is it so important now? I see people writing. Number five, what shouldn't I do, Sherry? Number six, is Janelle on here? Great. What should I do, Janelle? Okay. These are the things that we're going to talk about tonight. The do's, the don'ts, the whys, the hows. I'm getting this out of the way right here. I'm closing this. Okay. So let's first talk about the immune system. You know, if you've been to an in-live class, and I've done an intro or I've talked about the immune system, you know the joke about the lady in the grocery store that was in front of me that was talking to her friend about her sister. This is so hilarious. I'm going to take 60 seconds and tell you. She was telling her friend all about her sister, whose immune system was shot. That's her word. My sister's immune system is shot. She gets everything. Everything the kids get, she gets. Everything her husband brings home, she gets. Her immune system is just shot. And the lady she was talking to was like, oh no, her immune system, it's shot. Yes, it's shot. I could not, absolutely could not let that go by. I had to tap her on the shoulder and say, I could not help but overhear you talking about your poor sister's immune system. It's shot? Yes, it's shot. Well, God, I don't want that to happen to me. Could you tell me where my immune system is? Because I don't want mine to get shot. And she looked at me for a minute. She said, it's her immune system. I'm like, I know, I heard that part. I just don't want mine to get shot. So where is it? Where is it? She looked at her friend and rolled her eyes like Looney Tune here, turned around, bought her groceries, and went out. Why? She didn't have a clue as to where her immune system was. She couldn't tell me. She had no idea, but she knew enough to know her sister's was shot. Why? Because her sister caught everything. A lot of good information in that little funny that was real. Your immune system is very important. I hope that the people in this group tonight know where their immune system is. And so if you're in front of me in the line and you're talking and I ask you, you're going to be able to tell me. Please, Lord, say they can. Okay. But in case there's one person, probably my husband, in here that doesn't know, I'm gonna show you where that is tonight. I'm going to tell you the purpose of it, and we're going to talk about all those bullets that I just gave you. Number one, our immune system is specifically designed to protect us against disease, bacteria, viruses, parasites, and any other potentially dangerous foreign substance. Now, that word right there is very, very important. I teach this in every class I teach too. Foreign substance. Your immune system is in place to protect you against foreign substance. You know what a virus is, you know what a bacteria is, you know what a parasite is, you know what disease is. Foreign substance, potentially harmful, is a different animal. And we're going to talk a little bit about that as we go on. Now I'm going to show you right off the bat here. Here's the place.
You can also manage your account and make payments online.
Good. Somebody's making payments online. Okay. Here. Okay. Share screen. Here I go, Emily. Is that on the screen? Does anybody see the immune system?
No.
Well, I put it on there.
There it is.
There it is. You see it?
Good, thank y'all. Here is your immune system. So in the grocery, when somebody asks you, you can pop it off. Tonsils, adenoids, lymph nodes, the lymph vessels, the thymus, the spleen, the appendix, bone marrow, Peyer's patch. Okay? We're not going to talk about every different aspect of the immune system, but I want you to know that's it. And look at the diagram and you can see where it is in your body. All of these things make up the whole system. I remind you of 40 years ago, when physicians learned how to do tonsil and adenoidectomies, what happened? Every kid in America had a TNA. And when they did, unless it was for obstructive respiratory conditions, they lost a valuable part of their immune system. Now, kids with rotten tonsils, kids with grossly large tonsils that kept them from breathing, yes, they were no longer an asset, they were a disadvantage. But there were a lot of children who had swollen tonsils that were removed and they lost a piece of their immune system. It is the first piece because why? It is the first thing that connects to the airway. And inhalation of viruses, bacteria, all those things that we talked about start right there. So hope some of y'all got some tonsils and some adenoids left. That would be good if you did. I'm very, very old and I still have mine. Okay. Uh-oh. All right. Now we're back. I will make all these pictures available. I don't know how I will, but I can promise you I will make them all available to you. So now that you know where it is, I want to tell you, and you know what it does. It is a system that develops beginning in the 12th week of embryonic development. So it's one of the biggies. God chose to get that system up and going quick in the embryonic development. The thymus gland, and I've already taken the picture down, but remember the thymus gland is right at the breastbone, is very large at birth, and it shrivels, shrinks, whatever, as you get older until it's almost non-existent by the age of 20, 25. It is large in little children because they need more. Newborns need more immune support. So it is large there, and then it begins to disappear as we get older. So we're gonna, let me get, oh please, here we go. I'm gonna do another share. I'm just about this sharing, I'm just telling you. Okay, here is nothing. Here is the screen. Yeah, good job. All right, can you see that? Is it small? Is it too small? An isolated immune system has these functions. It gets rid of dead cells. If you've been to my cell class, you know the significance of that. It destroys cells that are growing, out of control. And this includes cancerous. The third thing that the isolated immune system does is protect the body from pathogens. And that's what we're talking about, infectious agents and toxins. This is how they are removed from the system. And pathogens and infectious agents. Viruses are infectious agents, and it is your immune system that will remove them from your body. Everybody with me? Are these little pictures coming up?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. So that being said, I'm going to look one more right here. Oh. Here are the other areas in your body, other areas in the body that work in your defense. You got your immune system, and then you have these other 4 areas that protect your body from the things like COVID-19. Skin, largest organ in your body, skin. Waterproof, secretes oils that will kill, you reading this? That will kill problems. Lungs. How do they do? You suck it in. If it doesn't need to be there, you can cough it out. Your big one should be listed as number one. I didn't do this, but is your digestive tract. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. Other defenses that you have outside of your immune system are saliva, tears, enzymes, fluids that are in your body, the ability to urinate, and your bowels move. I haven't heard anybody on Fox News talking about these methods of defense. I guess it's a little bit grossy for important dignitaries to talk about. They just talk about what? Hand washing. Very important. Don't cough on people. Don't be around people that are coughing. Don't touch your face. These are nice, polite ways for your for your defense system to work. They're not going to talk about coughing anything out or peeing anything out or pooping anything out or your immune system or your skin or any of those things. Since Fox News didn't do it, I had a need to do this myself. Okay. So there's the system. There's the purpose of the system. Let's see what we've gotten. How many have we gotten down through? We've gotten through the first couple of things. What is the immune system? What does it do? Where is it? Okay. Y'all know those three things already. You know what it is, where it is, how it works, and some fringes. The skin, the lungs, okay? The GI tract are all extras. They're all extras. Okay, so why is this so important right now? Why is this so important right now? Let me tell you, the whole world, not Alabama, not just Tennessee, not just Texas, not Louisiana, but the whole world now is talking about how important it is to not catch COVID-19. Is there anything else on TV? Lord, not much, not much. Okay. It is not just important right now. It is always important. Always important. It's just come front center right now. I promise you, 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, before we ever heard of COVID-19, this system was as important then as it is today. We have an opportunity with our knowledge and what we have to offer to help people now that somebody else has made it worldwide. Worldwide. Young Living didn't do that. Young Living didn't do that. COVID-19 has put the immune system on the front burner. I mean, it's all people can talk about. But when they talk about it, what are they talking about? Besides hand washing and distancing, and that is so important, and quarantining and coughing into your arm and those kinds of things. What else are they talking about when they're talking about the virus and how we should handle it? Somebody unmute, the smartest person.
I keep hearing vaccinations.
Right. They talk.
Vitamin C.
Hey, who is that?
Tamara.
Hey, who are these people?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. They're talking, yes. Vaccine. I don't know what to do about that picture. Who is that? I don't know who you are.
Whoever that is needs to mute themselves, because if there's background noise, their picture overrides yours.
All right. They're talking vaccines. Fox News is talking vaccines. President's talking vaccines. What else are they talking?
Vitamin C.
A little bit. That's not the big thing they're talking about.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Hey, Sherry Strickland, you my girl. They're talking about drugs. What else do they know? What else does anybody talk about, when you start talking about disease and sickness and this and that, the only thing they know to talk about is drugs. Drugs are a vaccine. Amen. Yes, nod your head, do something. Yes, yes. That's the answer. I mean, that's what they know to talk about. Why? I guess they're good at that. They're good at talking about that. And that's okay. That's okay. But there are other things. This system is not just, hey Betty Wingo, I see you. Not just important right now, it's important every day of our life. And it is our vaccine and our medicine. Okay? Another amen, Janie. God put this system in our body so that we have what we need. I am confident that I probably will not contact COVID-19. Why? Because I've done everything that I should do. I've quarantined, I've social distanced, I hand sanitize. I'm doing everything that they're talking about doing. Am I going to take a vaccine? No. Am I going to take those drugs? No. If I come in contact with COVID-19, am I going to die? No. No. 3% of the people in the world are 3% of the people in the world are going to come in contact with this. 3% now. Okay. 3% of them. And of the 3%, 3.4% will die. Small numbers. Scary? Yes. Yes, it's scary. The numbers are actually small. The thought, my friend, is scary. The thought is scary. I personally think, I've been quarantined since the day I got back from the cruise. Umwa and hubby were on the last cruise boat that left out of Mobile. And Carrie's desire was, oh my gosh, COVID-19, we're hearing about it. Maybe we'll get quarantined on this boat and they'll have to feed me for weeks and weeks. That was his thought. He wasn't worried about the virus. He was thinking, hey, maybe they won't take us back in. But there were 2,000 people on that boat. Am I a social person? Yes, I am. Did I probably talk to 1,000 of them? Maybe not 1,000, but I did my share. I promise you I did my share. I talked to people everywhere I was on the boat, okay? When we were eating and when we were on the deck and when just everything on the boat involved people. There was no social distancing, and I talked to as many people as I could talk to. The longer we were on the boat, the more we began to hear. And by the time we got off the boat, it was, oh my God, the world's fixing to, come to an end. Here's COVID-19. On the way home in the car, I said, Carrie, you know what I think? I think the chances could be really good that we might have run into somebody with that virus. Okay. After he got the car back on the road and headed right, he's like, oh, no. I said, possibly. We were in a confined space. We weren't using any precautions because we weren't told, and it wasn't a big deal then. When we got home, we quarantined. Okay. Not for me, but for other people. What if I had come in contact with it? Do I want to run all over Trustful giving it to everybody? No. We self-quarantined to make certain that we weren't going to develop symptoms or that we weren't going to become sick with this virus. We didn't. We didn't. I was confident that I wasn't. My thinking was this: if I came in contact, my immune system is what? A1. A1. My immune system is A1. Thank you, Young Living. Thank you, Young Living. I had confidence. I'm very, very excited and looking forward to the IgG and the IgM testing that shows if you have the antibody. Because I would not be at all surprised if I had the antibody. If I had actually been exposed on that ship and my immune system took care of it. Not at all. If I get that test and if it's positive, I will bring this same group. I got to remember who everybody is. Same group back together, and I will share those results with you. Meaning, yes, the virus is in my body. Yes, my immune system took care of it. My immune system took care of it. Is it just important today? Why is everybody talking about it now? Fear. Fear. I want you to know, and I'm certain there's almost 80 people on here.
Everybody that's on it. Okay.
People on this call are probably already built their immune system. They may be top of the line. How about you, Doug Pachter? Okay, I wish Tom Gonerig was on here. Tom Gonerig he's an oil supplement guru nut, 24 a day. If Gail Fowler's on here, she's probably right up there also. But we have the advantage of having had the opportunity to build our immune system for years now. If you're on here and you're in my group, at least some of you may have 5 or 6 years. I've had 6 years of doing this. Some of you may have the same, of building your immune system for a time as this. For as a time like this. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to run out and do anything that I shouldn't do. I'm not pressing my luck in any way. I'm continuing my regular routine with a few exceptions. Okay. One of the things that you should do, and that's number 6 on the list. What is it that I should do? You should do things that I hope you're already doing. And that is using essential oils. Building your immune system a natural, safe way by using the products that Gary Young has made for us to keep our immune systems intact. I'm going to talk a little bit about what those are, but the first thing I want to make really clear is this is not a class to have people say, oh, I need to go and buy this. This is not a sales class. This is what I want you to take away tonight is, what do I already have? What products might I have in my Young Living inventory that I'm not using like I should, that I may need to, all right? I want you to know the things that work best, and hopefully you have them. If you don't have them, the first thing I would do would be I would contact my enroller or my upline and say, ooh, I was in that class last night and Janie said I need extra vitamin C. You got any? Oh, people's upline are going to love me. Call them up. You got any vitamin C? I may need some extra. I want you to use what you have, know what you've got, and use it appropriately. Now, diet. I would hope that Janelle is on here, because one of the most important things that you can do right now to help your immune system is to eat properly. What is that? Only God knows.
Plant-based diet.
Hey, who said that? Good for you.
Janelle.
Plant-based diet. Okay.
Yes.
Plant-based diet. Janelle
Yes.
Nelson, are you
Yes,
on here?
and that's me that said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are you? I don't see you.
I'm in the dark over here because I have my pajamas on.
Okay. Hey, speaking of pajamas, you know what I did today? For this class, I flipped my hair up, put on some lipstick, okay, changed my pajama bottoms. Got all dressed up today. Janelle can address this as good as anybody in the world, but stay unmuted, Janelle. The significance of diet has been way underplayed in this whole thing. I have not heard anything on the news about how you need to eat during this pandemic. It will be the number one thing that you can do that can make a difference. Janelle, I'm really going to put you on the spot here, sweetie.
No, and I shouldn't have moved my
I'm going to do
pajamas.
that because I know I can.
Okay.
There are certain foods that are more immune building than others.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Can you, for this great group here tonight, rattle off a few of those immune boosting foods?
Yes. Cruciferous vegetables being broccoli, celery, cauliflower.
Slow down.
Okay.
This
You
is an
said
old
rattle
group.
them off. You said rattle them off.
Okay.
So basically, an organic, plant-based whole food diet, including nuts and things like that too. So these things that are missing off of our grocery shelves, like milk, bread, cheese, that none of that is immune building.
It's not even important.
Nope, it's not. The plant, you can get all your protein and everything you need from your plants. It's very important that you learn about your diet and how important that is in building your immune system.
I love you, Janelle Milton. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. This group is so full of knowledge. It hadn't been said until now. Janelle has hit the nail on the head. You've got what it takes to defend you. You've got to just take care of your defender. You've got to take care of your defender. Now, I've identified 6 years ago in the very beginning of this journey that our diet today cannot give us everything we need. Why? Because unless you're buying all organic, it's impossible to get the vitamins, the minerals, the enzymes, the nutrients that you need every day. We can't afford all organic. And I can't grow a weed, so I'm not going to have a garden. We supplement. We know that we don't get everything, and Carrie and I supplement. We supplement with Master Formula, okay? We supplement by drinking Ninja Red every day because we know we're not getting it all. We are eating plant-based. Carrie's eating meat out the wazoo, but we're eating plant-based. We are taking Master Formula. We are drinking Ninja. Diet's important, and that's first line, and that's how we're dealing with that. That's how we're dealing with that. We're eating as good as we can, and supplementing what we can. Now, I want to get back to just a minute about the immune system and how that's gonna. Diet is number one. Diet builds your immune system, and I want to focus in on a specific area of your immune system. If any of my nurses are on here, I know that you know what I'm fixing to say. There is a specific area in the immune system called Peyer's patch. Anybody heard of it? Maybe not, and that'd be good because then I can teach you something tonight. Here it is. Hey, is that on the screen?
Yes.
Now it is.
Hey, just go ahead and tell me how good this is doing. Peyer's patch, tonsils. Peyer's patch are the tonsils of the intestine. They're found in the small intestine, close to the ileum. You see it here? You see that? Whoa, see that little green thing right there? Hey, I got this thing. See that? Peyer's patch. Peyer's patch. Peyer's patch. It's not just in one place. It's the name of what this area does. What does Peyer's patch do? Peyer's patch house leukocytes, and leukocytes fight bacteria. There are about 100 little pockets, little patches in your ileum, in your GI tract, that is their job. When we talk about how important gut health is. This is why, Missy. This is why. Because that's where Pyre's Patch is, and that's where all the majority, 80% of the immune fight comes right here from Pyre's Patch. Do you see the significance of gut health? If that's 80% of your immunity, for gosh sakes, it's right there in these little patches. 100 little lymph node type follicles that fight viruses, bacteria, fungus, parasites, disease, and they're in your ileum. They're in your ileum. You must, not maybe, you must keep this healthy. Diet and gut health are the building blocks of your immune system. God bless these people with gut disease, irritable bowel, Crohn's, all them others. There's a bunch of them. God bless them. They have to work harder than anybody in the world because their Pyre's patches are compromised. They're compromised. If you want to do something starting AM, read what you need to do for gut health. After having the healthy diet, after having sugar and gluten removed. Oh, I messed up here somehow. Wait a minute. Remove gluten, remove sugar, stay hydrated, heal your Pyre's Patch. Make certain your bowel is healthy. Make certain your bowel is healthy. Young Living has a whole program for improving your gut. I would suggest that may be, if you aren't already there, that may be a great place to start with building this immune system. Some of you I know do this already, and if you don't, I want you to start this tonight also, or in the morning or whenever. Put a couple of drops of thieves under your tongue. That's very immune building. We do that every day, or I do. Carrie says he does. I believe he does. We do that every day. Okay, that is immune building. 2 drops. You don't have to have IV glutathione and IV this and $6,000 worth of supplements in your cabinet. Gut health, a couple of drops of thieves underneath your tongue, and a couple of other things that I'm going to share with you tonight. Simple, easy. Simple, easy. One of the most important things that you can do, and I've been listening to some FDA and some NIH physicians talk this week, and I want to stop here for a minute and just tell you this. Don't believe everything you read. Not everybody that comes on Facebook knows what the H they're talking about. And there are fear mongers. There are people that would love to put you over the top. They would love to sell their product. They would love to just have chaos. Be careful where you get your information. I won't even tell you how many texts I have gotten, Facebook messengers, emails about, oh my God, read this, Janie. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, Lord, help. Oh! Make sure your sources are credible, okay? Make sure they're credible. If you don't know they're credible, let me tell you what you do. You look them up. You look them up, just like you ought to look me up. If you don't know me, you ought to look me up, because everything that you hear is not so. It's just not so. But some credible people that I've listened to for the last week have convinced me that there are some things that all people can do. Number one, they're not expensive. You can do them right there in your home, that can make a difference in how we respond to COVID-19. Number one, I know there's some people in here, I'm looking at one of them right now, that still is having to work. Is there a little thing where you can raise your hand? I mean, can we see how many people? Doug Pactor's working. Who else is working? I know Michelle Holder's working. That mail's got to go out, girl. Who else is working? Anita, please. Okay. What? Sue? Working? Carrie's yelling from in the den. If you want to say something, Mr. Hill, unmute yourself and say it. Who on this page is still working? Barbara? Betty Wingo, thank God, went home.
I'm
Joe
working,
Green? Jessica? Y'all working?
I'm working from home, Janie.
Who's that? Yes.
Danita.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about getting in your car and going to the job. Who's doing that?
I have to occasionally. This is
Okay.
Sheila.
Sheila, occasionally, yes. If you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a respiratory therapist, if you're a healthcare worker, get your stuff, get your PPE on, and get on down there. Get on down there. You need special precautions. Sherry Hunt, what you doing? Working? Working? Paula, you having to go to work? Brooke?
Writing books,
Writing books, that's at home.
writing stories.
D, I know you're not going home. Who's this Mr. Hill? He's not working, I can promise you that. Okay. Some
My
of us
husband is
are,
working. He's a
some,
policeman.
who?
I say my husband, he works, he's a policeman.
Oh gosh, yes. Policemen, firemen, oh, those first line people. Praise them, please, bless them, Lord, bless them. Share with them, share this with them. It's more than, listen to me, it is more than hand sanitizing and mask. It is more than all of that. It is your immune system. It's what your immune system is capable of doing for you. Take care of it. Take care of it. It will take care of you. Now, let me move right on here. Pathogens enter your body in a couple of ways. We already talked about nasal, breathing, you can breathe pathogens in, and they come from your hands. That's why you're talking about keeping your hands all sanitized. And it's because they get on your hands and then you put them to your nose or your face or your mouth and they enter your body. There are, here's something else you're not hearing on Fox News either. We don't talk about nose hairs, okay? The hair in your nose is a first line defense. It will trap bacteria. It will trap viruses. Listen to me, people. I'm going to tell you something to do that nobody's told you to do. You should blow your nose every morning and every night. That's a big news. Blow your nose in case there are things trapped in there. God put that little silly in there to trap it until you can blow it. Blow your nose. Cheap, easy. That's the first entrance into your body. Now, a huge entrance is through your mouth. And I'm not talking just like licking the virus off your lips and your face and your hands. I'm talking about through food. And yes, the virus can live on food and you can ingest it. The great thing is this. When it hits your stomach, the hydrochloric acid will dissolve it. Hallelujah. I hope everybody that in this group that might get a virus will get it in their mouth and swallow it, and the hydrochloric acid will eat it up. That being said, listen to this. If you are on an anti-acid, stop it. Stop it for a while, okay? It ain't going to hurt you to burp. or to have a little indigestion. Do not diminish your hydrochloric acid and alkaline your stomach at this point in the pandemic, okay? Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You need that hydrochloric acid. You need to kill that bacteria in the gut. Any promises that they will do that? I know indigestion's horrible. I know that people that take, what is that? Xanax and I don't know what those drugs are anymore. I've forgotten all drugs I ever knew. I've forgotten. But give it a rest. Give it a rest, people. So nasal, gastric, yes, ma'am. Who had something? Oh my gosh, as I scroll through here, there's some pretty people in this group.
Sheila Dunkley asked if you could use a neti pot, yes or no?
Yes. How you going to use a neti pot? What you're just going to use water? Is she talking?
I use a saline solution.
Mhm.
Just salt. I dissolve salt in filtered water.
Okay. I'm gonna just say one thing about that, Sheila. It's great, and people that have sinus problems need to do that. Do not overdo it during this period for this reason. You absolutely, positively do not want to irritate your nasal passages in any way right now. Let's don't irritate them with too much salt water. Of course, I'm sure you've got a great solution. But some of these people in this group might say, "Oh, I'm gonna use a neti pot." Oh, okay, wait, get home and use a neti pot.
Would just filtered water be better then?
Yes, I'm telling you that's good. Or blow your nose. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Anybody else use a neti pot? I think they're good. When I had to have that thing pulled out of my sinus 2 years ago last month, they told me to get one. You know what? I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. This is what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a nasal inhaler, okay? But nose, stomach. Now, diet and the precautions that we've already talked about are gonna get you 50% of the way. You wanna live safe? It's gonna get you 50% of the way. What else can you do? After listening to Dr. Parsley and Dr. Allen Hopkins this week, I do know this. I do know that the worst thing that we can do right now is have stress. That is the worst possible thing. Well, why is that, Janie? How am I supposed to not be stressed? This is a stressful time. Yes, it is. But let me tell you what stress does. You've been to the class, you know about the fight or flight syndrome, you know about your adrenal glands, you know that when you have stress, cortisol is released. How many knows that? Yes. I wish there was a hand raising button. Yes, yes, and yes. Stress increases your cortisol level. When your cortisol level is increased, listen to me. Your immune system is diminished.
Janie, there is a hand raising button.
Oh, good.
Betty Wingo has a question. Go ahead, Betty, and unmute yourself.
Oh, wonderful. Hey, Betty.
Go ahead and ask your question, Betty. I unmuted you.
Oh, it wasn't a question. I was raising my hand to answer her question about stress.
Yes.
But I can honestly say that I'm living proof that stress is a direct immune buster.
Amen. Amen. Now you know why. The stress produces the cortisol. I got to put these glasses on. The stress produces the cortisol. The cortisol diminishes the function of the immune system. Oh, Nancy Rollins, how are you going to keep from being stressed? We got all kinds of ways, don't we? We got all kinds of ways.
Stress away.
Stress away comes in everybody's kit. Surely you got some somewhere. You don't have to have all the big guns. You don't have to have some Lang Lang and some bergamot and some of these fancy blends that are for stress. Hey, use some lemon. Use some lemon. Very, very relaxing.
Separate yourself from it.
Absolutely.
Turn it off.
Choose not to be stressed. Okay? A lot of what we do is self-induced. I'm going to watch the news, and before the news is 5 minutes over, I am in a wad. Stop watching the news. How many times do you need to hear there's a virus, that people are dying? Trump said today things are better.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Repeat your statement. You said when your cortisol level is increased, your what level is diminished?
Your immune levels are diminished. And let me elaborate on it. Thank you, Sheila. You got to pull me in here, girlfriend. The reason is this. Cortisol has been invoked by the fight or flight reaction from your adrenal glands. And what that does, it sets your body and your immune system on interact. I got to be interacting. Fright, fight, fright. It means do something. Respond. Now listen, respond to the environment. That's what cortisol says to you. Respond to the environment, because that's why it was produced. Watching that dang news got you all in a jitter. Cortisone was released to respond to the activity of that news. Cortisol is a reactant. It causes your body to react. Now, some people, and I know there's somebody on here that has their cortisol levels checked regularly. I might call on Gail. Can you unmute a minute? Can you unmute Gail Fowler? Lydia probably knows about this too.
Some judge, he sticks it up his butt.
Gail.
Yeah.
She's probably taking some supplements. Explain just briefly to this group about cortisol levels and how you can actually get them checked, and what does your internationally well-known physician say about cortisol levels?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I got my cortisol level down from 15 to 8 in 30 days by doing the protocol on the base of my neck. You open up your autonomic nervous system with frankincense, put that on first. Then you layer helichrysum, vetiver, valerian, Idaho balsam fir. There are some others that you can use too, but I was able to get my cortisol down from 15 to 8 in 30 days.
Hallelujah. And why did he say you needed to do that?
Why did he say what?
That you need to get your cortisol level down, your cortisol level down.
Because when your cortisol goes up, all your dormant viruses can become undormant. And 85% of all people have Epstein-Barr. Epstein-Barr causes a lot of damage. So you got to keep that cortisol level down. I take Cortistop now, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. With all this going on, that's a Young Living product. If you do decide to do that protocol on the base of your neck, you might want to start with a carrier oil.
Amen. Absolutely.
Because after you do that for that many days, you'll start getting a little rash on the back of your neck. But it does work.
Gail is
I had blood tests to back that up.
Yeah, she is the queen of cortisol. Now she has her levels. she has her
Can
levels
you get her
checked.
to repeat
I
those
have
for
it
us?
checked all the time.
Gail, where can they find that protocol?
I don't think Young Living is promoting Gary Higley's book now, but it's in Gary Higley's book, the big book,
Okay.
and it's under nervous system.
All right.
And it's just a recipe, a protocol.
All right.
I can post that on all the
Good.
way.
Thank you, Gail. Now, this is somebody, yeah, she knows all about cortisol. Because she has her levels checked regularly. She is the epitome of monitoring her health. And her physician says, keep your cortisol level down because you don't want to activate viruses that are dormant. Okay?
And it keeps your immune system healthy.
Next comment. When your cortisol level is down, your immune system is working. Okay? Now, another thing, God, thank you, Gail. That's so great. Another thing that I learned in several places this week, and it's not being talked about either, is the significance during this pandemic of sleep. Some of you that's going to make very happy. Okay, I'm not a sleeper. I'm not much of a sleeper. And if I ever lay down in the middle of the day and go to sleep, somebody better be checking my pulse. I can't take a nap. I'm not a napper. Carrie can lay down and nap. When I lay down, if my eyes close and I go to sleep, I did it one time in this last 4 weeks. There's a real issue going on. Either you can or you can't. But what is mandatory and what two scientists, medical scientists, have said is that if people will maintain their sleep during this pandemic, it will increase their safety, listen to this, by 30%. Now, I don't want you to take that at face value because that sounds quirky, quacky, doesn't it? If people start leaving the meeting, I'll know. It's not quirky. It's not quacky. This is it. If you do not sleep, your cortisol level increases and your immune system decreases. Makes sense. Think about it. If you do not sleep, your cortisol levels increase. And when your cortisol levels increase, your immune system decreases. Go to bed. Go to bed. One of these guys was so insistent about how important this was that he said everybody should have melatonin during the pandemic. Now, I'm not saying get your Ambien and all your old crap that you sleep with out and take it tonight, okay? Then you're fighting two problems. I'm saying get you a natural source of sleep stimulant, and that would be a melatonin, a valerian, in our case, root of aloe, or maybe sleep essence. Sleep.
Also, Janie.
Yeah?
Janie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Immupro, that has melatonin in it.
Yes, sir.
That's a Young Living supplement.
That's why
I take Immupro and Sleep Essence every night.
Yes, Immupro is a good source. Root of aloe on the bottom of your feet, Sleep Essence. Do whatever you have. 30% is big, people. 30% is big. Now, I understand why it's 30%. It's 30% not just because of the sleep, but because of what it does to your immune system. And your immune system is 100% of how sick you will be. Full circle. Full circle. Right there. Full circle. It is also during sleep, is the only time that your heart is allowed to rest. Think about it. All day, every day, 24/7, 365, heart beats. The only time it can rest is when you sleep. Okay, so I think we've I'm about done my hour, and I'm not going to go over. I don't want, I got to go to sleep, but I want to just let's just review a minute. Number one, let me see if I got these points. I made these bullet points because I said I was going to answer all the questions. What's the immune system? What does it do? Where is it? Why is it important? What shouldn't I do? What would that be? Stress. Don't break any of the quarantine laws. Don't get outside of what national health professionals are telling you to do. That's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do that. What should I do? Number one, you should eat very balanced. You should try to make certain that your immune system is top notch. How? A couple of drops of thieves underneath your tongue, maybe some master formula. If you're not getting all the vitamins and minerals you need, you gotta sleep. The sleep ages, I wrote those down. Oh, here they are. Age 26 to 64, ideal sleep is 7 to 9 hours. Okay, 7 to 9 hours. Older, 65 and above, is 7 to 8 hours. I don't know why those people get 1 more hour. They don't get it. That's just the recommended. Okay. Lack of sleep alters your immune system, increases your cortisol level. Get your rest. Absolutely, positively get your rest. We're eating right. We're doing all the things that Fox News tells us to do. Plus, we're supplementing any minerals that we need. We are sleeping like we need to. We are discontinuing stress in our life. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I think I did. I think I hit all those points. Did I hit every one of those points? Unmute somebody, say, yay. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of things here. I'm going to show you something right here. This is something you need to see. Nope, that ain't it. Yerk. I'm really kind of fooling myself with this little thing right here. Nope, that's not it. I spoke too quick. All right. Oh, please. Where is it? I'm going to show you this. All right. Share screen. These are products. I think I might have gotten this actually from Gail. She did the research on this. These are the products that Young Living has that.
It's not up. It just says Janie Hill is inviting you to
wait. I missed a step. Wait a minute. I'm going back. I'm going to do it again. Here it is. I'm going to do this. These are the products that have the zinc, and the zinc. Now, is that showing?
It is now.
Okay.
Yes.
And zinc is one of the minerals that has been decided is a very
50 to 100 milligrams.
Right. Thank you, Gail. That is needed to fight this virus. Extra zinc.
Along with magnesium.
Yes.
And vitamin C.
Vitamin C. I'm going to show that slide in a minute. We need extra zinc, and these are the Young Living products that have zinc in it. We need extra vitamin C. We have chewable C and we have C tablets. Chewable C does not have a lot of C, and I'm going to show you the amount that you need, and so you're going to see that you're going to have to substitute that. Am I on? Is that showing?
No.
No.
Okay, that's great. All right, let's go. Help. Okay. See, I shouldn't have said I was doing so good. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't have said that. All right, here we go. Share screen. And here's what I want to show you. And oh, crapola. Just hang on, because this is very important.
You know, Janie, I've listened to a zillion videos, a bunch of doctors, and somebody, and I don't remember who it was, of course, they were not Young Living, but they talked about how CBD oil was very important because of the receptors in our body.
Yeah. Well,
to keep us from getting this virus, keep our immune system.
I don't know
so,
about.
I mean, you know, we do CBD every day, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't done. I can just tell you, I have done absolutely positively. Is that showing?
That says you're inviting us to a Zoom.
Oh, I'm just really talented here. Okay. This is really I don't know why right here at the end I'm not able to do what I've been doing, but I'm gonna try. Wait a minute. All right, I got to get back on the Zoom now. I'm not even on the Zoom. Okay, hold on. Am I even on the call anymore? Okay. I don't know if I'm even on the call anymore. Wait a minute. I can't get the screen back up. Well, anyway, we're kind of winding down here, but I do.
Somebody said that Young Living's out of Super C today.
Oh, crapola. Okay.
While you're doing that, the master formula has 100% of the daily value of zinc. So anything you do above that, you're adding to it, which
good. Well,
from what I hear is good.
I'm adding to it then. Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Tina,
I think the daily requirement is 30 milligrams, though, and they're suggesting you take 50 to 100.
Yeah.
Right now.
Wait a minute. I'm fixing to show you what.
I'm fixing to add some of those other products.
I'm fixing to show you what they were recommending. Okay. I say I'm fixing to show you. I don't know if I am or not. Okay. I'll tell you what I can do though. For some reason, I'm just totally lost it on this last slide, but.
Hey, you know, Janie, while you're looking for that, you know, they talked about, you know, how it can come through your nose or through your mouth.
Yep.
And then, you know, they did mention that about the stomach, about the acid in the stomach. But they suggested that if you rinse your nose out and you gargle with salt water, but I have been rinsing my nose out with saline when I come in, like, you know, if I go to the grocery store or whatever, and then gargling with Thieves mouthwash.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, they say that some of the germs stay in your throat, and that if it does not go into your stomach, then it's not killed.
Point being overhydration. Overhydration. That's why you're walking around with a bottle of water with lemon drops in it, or vitality drops, or whatever. You got it. You're gonna do this. I'm not going to be able to put this last thing up, but I'm gonna tell you what it says, and I'm gonna put it on Oil's Way immediately after this. Here's what this is saying. Well, now I can't even. Anyway, this is the recommended. It's increased C, increased zinc. You know what? This is really kind of making me mad. And now I can't even.
Janie, try taking your screen off of share so that it's just you, and then you might be able to share again.
But I can't even find that the little bar anymore. There, melatonin. Here's it is. I'm gonna just put it in Oil's Way. Omega-3s should be increased. Melatonin, 3 to 10 milligrams. Vitamin D and vitamin C. Okay. Now, this is if you have a healthy immune system, you need to increase these things. Okay. This is not for the guy underneath the bridge that hadn't eaten in a few days and, you know, is kind of really struggling. This guy, this is for we people who have a healthy immune system, and what are we doing? We're jacking it up because we're in a pandemic. That's what we're doing. Okay. Let me wrap this up by saying this. What I think you need to do is evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself. Where do you think your immune system is? Where's your diet? Where's your water intake? Where's your stress level? Where's your sleep? Okay, those 5 things. The where are's. Where am I? Let me take self-evaluation and decide. A self-evaluation class. Oh, look what just popped up. Okay, I'm not going to try to do it though. But evaluate yourself in those areas. Are you getting to sleep? Are you keeping your stress under control? Are you eating as good as you possibly can? No, we're not. Subsidize your plant-based meals with Master Formula, Ninja, whatever you've got, whatever you can do. Keep your cortisol under control. If that means don't watch the news, don't watch the news. I don't know whether Carrie's still on here or not, but if it means you have to leave the room where your wonderful spouse is, leave the room where your wonderful spouse is. Stress is stress, right? Hey, I see you, Pamela Pruitt. Hey, how are you? I've loved having you tonight. It's been my pleasure, my joy to see your faces. I'm like the dog looking out the glass front door, people. I'm waving at you. I'm loving you. I'm here for you. If you need things and you don't know who your enroller is and you don't have a relationship with your upline and you need things, if I've got it, it's yours. It's yours. If you saw at the very 1st of April, I said, Carrie and I committed a dollar amount this month to support our team. And that means whatever you need, let me know. Whatever you need. Now, I can't take on you and 5 kids and 3 ex-husbands and all that. But if you need things and I have it, it's yours. Okay. I'm mailing out about every 3rd day. I'm going to the post office. That is one of my little treats and trips. My post office is marked off 6 foot apart, and I'm loving it, Michelle Holder. And I don't know whether Kim Heaton's on here or not, but I go to the post office, and if I can mail you, if I have it and I can mail it, it's yours. Yes.
Janie, I want to add 2 more things.
Sure.
People may have already heard this before. It's been discussed, but one thing is for prevention when you're going out is, as you were saying, using the mouthwash. I put the Thieves mouthwash in an old Thieves spray bottle and keep it in my purse. Yes. And then I also add a few extra drops of Thieves oil. And when I start feeling a little under the wellness line, shall we say, I'll spray my throat with the Thieves mouthwash. And then also I heard some of our other Crossline members were talking about getting the rose ointment and mixing it with, say, like a tablespoon of the rose ointment, and mixing it with, I don't know, 10 drops each of, say, Thieves, Exodus 2, Egyptian Gold, all Immune Pro, all those different immune boosting oils. Yep. Mix it up with that and then put it there in the nostrils.
Fabulous. Listen, the point of this class tonight was not to sell products. There are great formulas, and I want to give you simple, easy stuff that's already in your oil rack. Get it out. Use it. These formulas are fabulous for you that have large amounts of inventory and can make up anything like Tina can. Tina's a DIYer. She can, God only knows what she can make at her own house. But for the simpletons of the world, use what you have And if something came up tonight and you do your evaluation and you say, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to help me sleep, or Lord, do I need some lemon drops, or what about a few drops of thieves in my mouth, and you don't have it, contact me. Well, contact your upline first. But if you don't know her or him, or they're not cooperative or not helpful, contact me. Okay. I love the post office. It's kind of like Murph going in the car. I can stay way away from people and I still see my favorite people. And you know what? There was a day last week that they said, oh my gosh, they call me Miss Hill. We're so glad you come. We're so glad you come. They don't even ask me what's in my packages. You know those little questions you got to answer? They know what it is. It's oil. Just punch it. It's oil. We know exactly what it costs, about mail a bottle of oil, a sample, nasal hazers, or whatever you might need. Be in touch. Be in touch. Tina, I'm, if anybody has questions, I can stay and answer them, but I don't want to leave this until I do that recording thing, huh?
There was a question, and I recorded it on this end. But the one question was that, did you announce the winner of the oil rack?
No. Hey, I'm so glad the oil rack, but I have all the people that made a contact either every day or all but one day. I have their names are all listed. What I hadn't done is I hadn't put them on little pieces of paper, fold them up, and get somebody to draw it out. But man, will y'all ever right on. I see Michelle Holder there. She was on there just, I think every day. I think she's in that everyday group. And a lot of you people were only missed one day, and I'm putting you in the everyday group because I probably messed it up. I had to stop it because there were so many people, and in 12 days, like stopping yesterday, oh my gosh, there was just hundreds of names to go through, and well, I can't, I can't do that. But I will fold those little pieces of paper up. I wanted to kind of let one of my grandkids draw it out, and y'all see who it is, but we'll do that tomorrow.
Here, orange right here.
Okay, Janie. I just want to let everybody know that this is recording. Last week we had a problem with the recording saving to my computer, and we lost the whole thing. Apologize for that. But Janie has agreed to re-record this with me. So as soon as we get that up and going, we'll have it posted for everyone. But thanks a lot for this. And this is recording, and hopefully I'll get it uploaded to YouTube, and I will post the link to this in Oils Away.
Hey, Tina.
Yes.
You make sure that you look that thing over for compliance.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why. This group, I knew who they were, and I allowed them in. You know, when
the
when
link
it goes,
you will only be able to access the video through the link. You can't find it on YouTube.
Okay. All right. I don't want to go to Young Living prison, so I try to be careful, but sometimes I slip.